What's up everybody, it's Morphin Time. It's the Prototype here bringing you some Power Rangers Legacy Wars gameplay today. And today we're doing a Legacy video, and it's the Legacy of Jason Lee Scott. I gotta say, outside of Tommy, Jason's always been a big character for me. I really liked him in the beginning of the show. He was a true, he really played a true leader to the rest of the Rangers. Because he even is teaching them the karate and stuff. I thought it was really cool. He was a great character, and honestly just felt like the alpha of all of them. You could tell he was the leader no matter what. And outside of when Tommy comes, I'm a huge Tommy Oliver fan, and I would have liked to see them do, I heard at one point there was a scenario where they talked about maybe a Civil War Power Rangers, where it was Tommy versus Jason, they should be police, but not and somebody else thought they shouldn't be similar to police. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about Jason, and yeah, let's start showing you the matchup. So Mighty Morphin always holds a place in my heart. I mean, this original show I watched, some of my favorite characters came out of it. It was awesome, and like I said before, Jason was a true leader. You really like to see him interacting with everyone else, not just being a tough guy, but actually being a friend. I thought they did everything with him really right. It was a shame that they had to let the original actor go and bring in Rocky. Not that there's anything wrong with Rocky. It's just it would have been better if Rocky was there for Ninjetti and then on to Zeo. I would have preferred. Because, I mean, yeah, Jason was just a great character. You see in this matchup that this guy, I don't know what was on the go. He wasn't there, obviously, so I just took full advantage, beat him up. Because let me tell you, when you're doing things like this, and all your teams have super low health, it becomes a big issue. And you know, Jason was the leader until Tommy came. Still, for most part, when Tommy was there, he is the leader. But you can tell that they're both the alpha. And it's not that they butt heads, but it's very obvious, you know, they're the two strongest, they're the ones that are leading everybody. And I liked when they did the episode where Tommy gives Jason the dragon shield, as you can see here on his character, where it all came from. Because in that episode, you know, he's like, oh, he says to Tommy, you're better with a sword, you take my power sword. And Tommy says, you're better at climbing, you know, you're better physically at things than me, so take the shield and run up the hill. I thought that was a great episode of it, showing how two people can work together even though they're both arguably the best in their own rates. So I thought they did a really good job with that episode, and I really liked seeing Jason with the dragon shield. And of course, when Tommy's losing his powers, eventually gives him the dagger like you see him holding, and the power of the Green Ranger. I thought that was really cool, really great idea, and it shows that Jason was willing to work with other people just to, you know, save the world, and just really great for his character. Now in the show, Jason leaves for was it a world peace organization to spread peace throughout the world. But if you follow Boom Comics, like Shattered Grid and stuff, you see that Jason becomes the Omega Red Ranger, and needs help. They needed his help in space with Trini and Zach. And I wish that could have happened in the show, because that story arc is awesome. I love it. I like Jason being Omega Red. They look a lot better. I mean, they really open up the universe with the Boom Comics, which, I mean, if you're a reader, if you like comic books, go check out Power Rangers Boom Comics. I feel like Power Rangers Boom Comics is the best Power Rangers material for Mighty Morphin, if you're a Mighty Morphin fan. They do have some cool series with the other Rangers, like Andros from In Space. Stuff when they bring in Psycho Green. That stuff is cool. But for the original Mighty Morphin story arcs, to see where that is all going, really cool, and I highly recommend you read it. Boom Comics are doing a great job. And I mean, look at Omega Red. He just looks amazing. Really cool design. Same with all the Omega Rangers. Blue, yellow, black. Really, really cool. So I like how they open the world up so much more. As you can see here, I'm just using that defensive cancel as much as I can, especially if you're, I mean, I'm playing Zane, who's strike heavy. You do little twirls and win that match. Now in the show, of course, or well in the series, after he does his peace tour, see Jason come back and pick up the Gold Ranger, and I was super excited for that. I was so happy to see Jason come back into the show. The one thing, I think it was noticeable that the crew weren't happy that he left in the first place. Like the actual production, because Zeo Gold was really cool when he first came in, when it was Trey from Treyforia, and then when they bring Jason in to be him, you know, a fan favorite, they don't have him in as many episodes or doing as much stuff, and man, that was kind of annoying. I did like, you know, they gave him the solo stuff on the ground like Tommy used to have. He'd just be beating everybody up on the ground while they do the Megazord. That's all fine and dandy. But there was episodes they literally just didn't have him in it, and that I didn't like that. Put him in there as much as possible. Zeo Gold was really cool. Jason's a great character. They could have threw him in so much more. And it was nice to see him come back to the Rangers for that. Really, it was a really fun surprise. Because I thought the whole time in Zeo that Zeo Gold was actually Billy when he leaves the command center, which is what they were obviously trying to make you think, because they had him always away when Zeo Gold was there, but which also could have been cool, but I really liked that they brought in Jason. Because not knowing, watching it the first time, I was like, oh my god, wow, it's amazing. And then lastly, we have the new iteration of Jason in the 2017 Jason. One thing I didn't like they did with him was make him a jock. I don't want Jason to be a football player. I know it's like a reimagining kind of Power Rangers, but also, how did he dodge that? I had him pick up the defense. That throw is not that slow. But I liked him being the karate guy who just teaches everybody how to fight. Like, yeah, in the movie, they get taught how to fight by Alpha. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just really like that he, you know, he's like, I'm this really good fighter guy, just a natural leader for the team, and he let everybody else, you know, have their moments, have their say. He wasn't just like, you know, put up or shut up and put up kind of person. That's what I really liked about Jason. But they just, yeah, I really didn't like that they made him a jock. Keep him a karate man. Have him meet Tommy in a karate competition, be like the only time he ever lost or something like that. Like, I would have much preferred that. For, like, you know, in the second movie when they meet Tommy. Not just another, like, football player. That was the only thing about, one of the only things about that movie I didn't like. And man, his shout out to Lee Gods, who uses this character fairly often in our alliance, because I find him really tough to use. This was a good match near the end. Also in the movie, I did like that he still really looks out for his friends. See, we just cut her close at the end there. Yeah, I really like that he still looks out for his friends, and you know, he was open to everybody. That was one, you know, good leader quality thing. You know, he meets Billy, he doesn't really judge him. Zach and Trini, like, it was really good. I thought they did a great job with it. This is the only thing I didn't like, was that he's a football player. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed me talking about Jason. I really hope you enjoyed this video, as this now comes to an end. If you did, please hit that like button, as it will help me out. And if you enjoyed this video and you're enjoying more videos on my channel, please hit subscribe, as that will also really help me out. Alright, see you next time.